sunscreen, cowboy.
Now ain't the time, Swan.
Relax, hotshot. I got something useful for you. Banshees. These babies can blow the snot out of ground forces. Got cloaking, too. Gotta love that.
I got my ears on.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome.
Oh, careful of those Protoss cannons. They can detect Banshees even when they're cloaked.
Welcome to the next mission in Starcraft 2 Wings of Liberty, where we have unlocked the Banshee, and we are playing a level that can be difficult if approached incorrectly.
Nice job. Let's get our base up and running and get that artifact.
Okay, so we are fighting against time at the moment. We have to locate the artifact over here on the right side as quickly as possible, and at the same time get...
Warning, fire wave approaching.
Get the Protoss tech at the same time. Now, since we have fully unlocked all of the...
We anticipated your arrival. Now you will pay for desecrating our holy relics.
Oh, hell. Not these Tal'darim guys again. They seriously need to learn when to quit.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Since we have unlocked all of the research in this game, we don't have to worry too much about it anymore. But we do get extra money every time we do unlock some of the stuff. So,
Not enough energy.
we want to get those anyways.
Engaging.
So we are going to engage this base for the reason being there's a little bit of extra resources that we can get from here, while at the same time doing some tech research and building up our forces. So this is not too difficult. As you can see, the Banshees do an incredibly good job at destroying this. We want to try and not lose any Banshees at all. And the only way to do this is to do some micromanagement and
I got this.
keep them from rebuilding their stuff, and also, yeah, not get killed by all of these zealots. Which micromanagement is also going to help out with a lot.
The doctor is in.
Fortunately, they don't have zealot speed,
You ran.
and thus it's a lot easier to kite all of these zealots. We want to get a few siege tanks and get some medevacs as well. And since this has been successfully destroyed, we can send in our units in order to quickly come and pick up all of that resources.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Okay, we want to upgrade our armor first. For the reason being, we want to keep our siege tanks alive against what is about to come. Other than that, we are just going to be getting lots of marines, medevacs and stuff. We are not going to focus too much on marauders.
Warning, fire wave arrival is imminent. Base evacuation required.
The Tal'darim outpost to the east would make an excellent location to move our base to. We just need to clear them out and take possession.
Okay,
You ran.
Ready for pickup?
Upgrade complete.
time to make some room. You might notice a little bit of clicking and clacking in the background. I have gotten myself a new keyboard. I have
Mineral field depleted.
I've decided to go back to MX Cherry black switches. I find them a lot more comfortable to work with, and the clicking and clacking just doesn't work that well with recording. Not that you actually heard that in the past, but nonetheless, you know, I have found my keyboard, so I am now very satisfied. Okay,
Mineral field
there we go.
depleted.
Mineral field is depleted. Things are looking good.
Not enough minerals.
We don't have to worry about medevacs anymore, but instead we are going to medics. We don't have to worry about medics. We are instead going to focus more on medevacs.
This could get messy. Done.
better be.
Holla back.
Who wants some? Been waiting on. You gonna give me orders?
Okay, we almost have all of the research, which is going to give us a hefty bit of extra resources to spend on upgrades. Oh yeah, and upgrades, I forgot to mention I have fully upgraded the medevac. The reason being in order to quickly drop medics, or units, and also to, what was the other upgrade?
Where's the emergency?
Quick deploy, oh yeah, and healing 2 targets at the same time.
We need to move our base structures or they'll be destroyed.
Yes,
got that.
Not enough energy. Base is
Gas
under
is
attack.
really not a problem for us. So we are just going to focus on mining. And of course the Banshees do incredibly well to target the Immortals. We can actually get one more of our barracks, our armory upgrades running before we have to move out again.
Mineral
And at the
field
same time,
depleted.
we need to get some more forces as
Mineral
well.
field depleted. Upgrade
And
complete.
okay, so ground forces on that side are maxed out. Wonderful news for us. A little bit less money that we have to spend.
Mineral field depleted.
Engaging. Confirmed.
Been waiting on you.
Mineral field
Couple more
depleted.
siege tanks, and we should be ready.
Why not?
And then we are going to start assaulting this base over here. Now this base to assault is not that difficult as long as you do have a couple of siege tanks to work with. And also these Banshees. So how this is going to work is we are going to keep our siege tanks here at the back in order to have a line to work with exactly for that reason. In order to quickly and easily take down those Colossi. So we want to get a couple more siege tanks to work with. We can already slowly but surely start to assault that base. But just for safety reasons we are going to
Mineral field
move out.
depleted.
Well, get some more units.
I got my ears on.
Good. Okay, we can move them a little bit closer in order to start targeting those photon cannons. Of course, we don't want to end up sending our units too deep in.
Base is in a good spot for us. We just need to clear them out and take possession.
And now we can perform a move that they call leapfrogging, keeping siege tanks at the back and moving a bunch forward. So now these two are going to be in that position, preparing these two to move forward while these hold the position. Leapfrogging. It's one of the best moves that Terran has got on their side. And you should definitely use it to your advantage if you are a Terran player.
What's going on? Bad news?
Upgrade complete.
Quickly and effectively.
Let's rock.
Receiving.
You gonna this better?
Call the ball.
Give us your best.
Receiving it.
Go ahead. By the
Okay, so this is a very nice location for us to have. We are immediately going to start with our armory production here on the further side in order for these waves to take longer to reach. Research, we've already got 3 out of the 4.
The Tal'darim base has been cleared.
And we, at this stage, have a strong enough army in order to easily deal with anything that the Protoss throw our way.
march towards death.
So, for safety reasons, we are going to get our tech up and running again and move out. Fortunately, our ground forces are fully upgraded. Get these tanks into siege mode. They might be sending out an attack very soon, and we just want to be relatively prepared for that. It would have been a better idea to get a reactor because we want to get 2 more medevacs, just for safety reasons. And yeah, from here on it's just building a large army.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Ah, okay, so gas is a little bit needed after all.
Add-on complete.
Holoback. Done and done. Turbines to full. Holoback.
Oh. What do you know? They came from behind. Yeesh. That was a bit unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Okay, so the attack is over and done with. We can start moving forward again. And I do believe that the research is located here on the right side of the map. So we're going to be performing the same maneuver we did previously, getting our tanks into a good position and then bait them to come out and play,
Mineral field depleted.
while not engaging too far. And yeah, the Banshees, as you've seen, they are really good at, you know, targeting down units, baiting and so forth. And this is exactly what we're going to do. I think the area over here is, well, almost clear.
Wait on receiving headquarters. We have you on visual.
Yeah?
So once the fire gets closer, we're going to move to that base over there.
What's that?
I got my ears on.
Short work. Okay, so the idea is for us to target the warp prisms, okay? The tanks are going to move a little bit closer. Once again, the leapfrog maneuver, except we're just going to take all of our tanks, get them into a position, and move out. Of course, those immortals can become a problem, so we don't want to engage too far at first. Bit by bit, in order to just break down their forces. Once the warp prisms are down, no, good for us. Move a little bit back in order to break down their forces. Get the tanks now into position next, and then just do the finishing touches.
Got no paint. You're gonna get. What's our target? Who wants some?
Transmit orders.
Perfect. Actually, we're just going to move from that position to this one.
Move it.
And we are preparing ourselves for the final strike.
I'm in deep.
Oh, close.
Fueled up, ready to go. Who wants some?
Whoopsie daisy.
Transmit order.
What's that?
Okay, located over here, they have a couple of high temp lives, so we want to keep our... Oh, goodness. Yeah, this, load a couple of our ACVs in, and the rest we just need to move away from this. We don't... Actually, in fact, let's send our Banshees back in order to deal with that. Yeah, we are going to lose that tech. So it's a very unfortunate thing for us. But we can restart it. It's not that bad. No. Whew, close call.
Right. I'm gonna enjoy this. Roger that. No problem.
Okay, the tech at this stage is not as important anymore. Because our tech is at the point where I want it to be. I mean, we do have strong siege tanks and durable siege tanks. Our flyers are relatively durable, but we're not too concerned about using them anyways. And this is why I'm using the Banshees for this engagement. It's a lot easier for us to dodge the side storms. And there's the last tech as well.
enough energy.
Okay, so now we are off to the last engagement of this map. Keep a couple of tanks here at the back. We don't want to end up losing everything one shot. A couple here at the front in order to attract them, and the rest of our army just close by. Now they do have side storms, they do have carriers, they do have a couple of things. So we can put our Banshees to cloak, and now just slowly but surely destroy them. Usually that's not a good position for a tank, but if you can protect it, then it's perfectly fine. Hey, carrier. Now, a little tip for you guys when dealing with carriers, especially when you play as Terran. Generally, the idea is to tackle the carrier, of course, but when you have mass marines, look at the amount of damage it does in less than a second, okay? But once you activate Stim, it's even less. So the whole idea when facing carriers with mass marine is to focus down the interceptors, because the marine will kill those interceptors a lot faster than what they kill the carrier itself, and of course the carrier is completely useless without the use of their interceptors. So yeah, of course mass carrier will always beat mass marine, but in this case, watch how quickly those interceptors die. Just like gone, and the carrier is now completely useless. So just a little tip in the future when dealing with carriers. Mosquito. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is mission accomplished.
Okay, the artifact's secure. Saddle up, people. We're out of here.
We will pursue you to the end of the universe, James Raynor. 1,000 deaths cannot atone for your wanton sacrilege.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is Supernova on brutal difficulty. As you can see, the level is not that difficult, but can be challenging if you take a wrong approach. So, if you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe, and refer it to your friends who want to learn to play some Starcraft and complete the game on brutal difficulty. And stay tuned for the next mission. Keep well, everyone.